just stay where the numbers are not too high to make you unhappy, but high enough to make you happy. You understand? Something happened to me. I quit. So people, dilemma here. Back again with new video content. Like I had quit running. I'd really quit this. Something happened to me. I had quit. Like for real. I had quit running. I hated every day of running now. Cause you know what I done? I went too hard. I really did go too hard in my running. I thought going harder fixes a lot of things. I thought going harder would fix everything. I thought if I just went harder, it would fix itself, and I wouldn't have, I wouldn't feel like the pain of it if I just went harder. And what I realized quickly was the harder I went, the harder it became, and it just continued. It was painful. I did it otherwise. And what I realized quickly was, you know what? Why am I, making myself feel so much pain over something, I could just stop doing. And I think that was the moment I quit. I don't know why I quit, because I had planned to run something like 1,500 kilometers this year. That was my New Year's resolution in the beginning, right? And what happened was I really wanted to reach that 1,500 kilometers. I really did want to reach that. I really did. And I think with me trying to reach those numbers, I lost sight of the whole goal. Which is to reach the 1,500 kilometers. I lost sight of it. I really did. I lost sight of the whole goal. I lost sight of everything. I really went too hard. And I really lost everything, trying to get that goal and all that. I'm by a robot now, like having a rest, because I'm really out of shape, just trying to go back and all that. So just had to have a mini rest. So the reason why I quit was, I don't know how to put it. It started to feel very painful to run. Like it was now really painful. So I quit. Like back in, I think it was June or May. Yeah, I finally said, you know what? I'm not gonna do this anymore. It's not worth it, because I had pushed myself so hard. I got like ridiculous numbers I thought I'd never reach. I got like at one moment, in one morning, I ran about 23 kilometers. Yeah, one morning I ran 23 kilometers, and I'm still proud of that till today. Let me just go back. I began feeling really unhappy with running, hating each and every day of running. Started feeling really ugly, and I really had to quit. Those moments where you just have to quit. And out of everyone was watching, saying I'll go for that 1,500 kilometers this year, yeah. And I was really proud of myself with the progress I was making, right? Like, I reached something like 400. I didn't even make it, I think, halfway. Not that I'm over it, Something I think we should understand is that do not overjudge yourself when you don't reach those goals you promised yourself, because life is just a matrix. So you just cannot overjudge yourself. If you don't reach your desired goal, you don't reach scaling something, you don't reach that, just do not overjudge yourself. Because I learned really quickly that I started doing things for people, which is something like I am really against, right? But somehow I found myself caught in that process of saying I was not doing things for people. And I had this running app, and it records each and every time you run, and showing that off, those end of run screenshots to people that I ran 7 kilometers this year. I ran maybe 10 this day, or 15. And I started, showing off more that I was running better, I was running this, I was doing this, I was doing that. And in the process that I lost, sight of my goal, and I ended up, having to continue to go harder because now everyone was watching, and I had to go really hard. So I think it's a conversation we should have, that do not overcharge yourself over some things. It doesn't really matter whether it matters, yes, to your goals and all that, but or even if you do not reach them, I think you just shouldn't overjudge yourself and care that people will say maybe you failed at reaching your goals or something. And I think it's a conversation we should really have as people, that once you don't reach something, it's okay. You just don't have to overjudge yourself and say, oh, I'm now a failure because I didn't reach this goal this year. I'm now a failure because this didn't happen. I think we should have that conversation, that if you fail, you shouldn't overjudge yourself. And that another conversation again we should have is that just stay where the numbers are not too high to make you unhappy, but high enough to make you happy. You understand? I would hate that I start doing something and it makes me unhappy. I learned a great thing, like with this, with running, like for the past, I think it was 5 months before I actually quit. And now that I've came back, right, I had to uninstall my app, just run, like for the sake of running, not for the sake of it, but to get that, feeling that I love running. I'm not doing it for anybody, and doing it for me because I love it. So I had to uninstall my app. I had to just run, because I really love running in the morning. There's that feeling where the wind is in your face and it's just you, only you and the road. I don't even run with music because it confuses me sometimes in my thinking, because I'm usually running just to free think. There's a lot of time I spend on my phone and all that, because I'm doing this, I'm doing that. There's 5 a.m. morning runs in the morning where I'm just me, myself, and just my mind. It's just amazing, and I would hate for me to turn it into something I hate when it is something I really love. So I think it's a really big conversation we should have, that if something starts making you unhappy, stop. Like, leave the numbers at that stage and continue doing it at a point where it really does make you happy. Do not just go overboard because you really want to, you want to show it off that you can reach those numbers. Because like, I'm proud that I reached 23 kilometers. Like, I really am proud, but I cannot continue, getting those high numbers, because I know it will make me really unhappy. And I think society has come to the stage where we want to go higher numbers, and it costs us our mental health or something. It costs you your life. It costs you something. If going really hard takes away, maybe your family, that is what I wanted to just bring in today. That if something, you're doing something, you start hating it, and you quit rather, or you start hating it. Number one, I think you shouldn't overjudge yourself. Two, again, I think if you get to understand where you lie in society, maybe as a number 9 or a number 10, I think you should get to understand where you are as a person, so that you don't just go harder for the sake of it. Yeah, I think. Let me continue my run. Let's continue going. Crush it this week. If it's the end of the week, crush it. Beginning of the week, crush it. Midweek, crush it. That's all there is to. Woo!